Most Muslim men stay weak and never progress in their training because they neglect this one thing. The Prophet ﷺ, he said that the best of deeds are those that are consistent even if they are small. And your training should be getting you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They should be a good deed. You should be training to be more like the Prophet ﷺ, the role model, right? So I want you to think, if the best of deeds are those that are supposed to be consistent, then your workout should be consistent, right? And this is the problem. Most Muslim men are chronically inconsistent with their training, whether they've been training for a couple months or a year, or they've never stepped foot in the gym and they've maybe done like 1 or 2 workouts here and there, like a handful of workouts with their friends or whatever, right? They are so chronically inconsistent that they never get progress. Even if you've been training for a year, your year is basically like 3 months of actual consistent progress. Okay, so how do you actually be consistent with your workouts? And like, does that mean we have to work out every single day, but like 10 minutes a day? But like, what does it mean? It doesn't mean you have to work out every single day, 7 times a week, or 3 times a week, or 4 times a week, but it means that however many times a week you're working out, that you're not consistently missing days, that you're being consistent, right? You're actually hitting those workouts week by week by week. What it also means is that more isn't always better. You know, as the hadith mentioned, consistent even if it's small. And I'll give you an example. Like, let's say someone is trying to pray qiyam al-layl or tahajjud every single night. They want to pray in the middle of the night every single night. And person A says, you know what, I'm going to read Surah Al-Baqarah every single night. I'm going to wake up at 3 a.m. and I'm going to read Surah Al-Baqarah every single night. Okay, versus person B who says, okay, I want to start praying tahajjud every single night. I'm going to read maybe Surah Al-Mulk. I've memorized Surah Al-Mulk, and I know the meanings of it, and I can really reflect on it every single night. Which one of these two do you think is going to stay more consistent with praying at night? And let's say even if both of these people stay consistent, right? Let's say someone actually reads Surah Al-Baqarah every single night consistently, right? Between these two, right? This one who's reading Surah Al-Baqarah and he can barely read it and he doesn't know the meanings of it and he can't really even think and reflect on it, versus the one who knows Surah Al-Mulk and he's really reflecting on it and really thinking about it and really feeling it. Is there even going to be a comparison? In the same way with your workouts, it should be the same thing. It doesn't have to be every single day. Your workouts don't have to be 1 hour or 2 hours every single day. But your workouts can be 30 minutes and be more effective than someone else's workout that is 1 hour, 1.5 hours, 2 hours even. And the thing with more is that more can actually take away from your training in multiple different ways. Number one, your recovery, right? Even if you're splitting up your workouts, like, oh, you're doing your back on the Monday, and then the next time you do it is like Thursday, right? Still, if you're working out 5, 6, 7 times a week, your body is never fully recovering, right? Your central nervous system, your entire body is always in a state of fatigue, right? How working out is that you break down your muscles, right? You break down your strength, all that type of stuff. And then you go and then you recover, and that's how you get the real progress, right? So if you're always going down and down and down and down and down, you're never gonna really go up, right? That's how your body is never recovering. And that's why most people who work out 6, 7 times a week, they plateau basically every 2 weeks. Also, when you do more, that can also take away from your quality, right? When you do less, you have more focus, you have more energy, you have more effort, more motivation to make it more quality, right? And the quality actually is more important than the quantity in terms of training, right? Also, when you do more, you have more friction to actually doing the workouts, right? That's why most people don't even work out, period. Because they're like, oh, if I go to the gym, I have to go for, an hour, 6 times a week, and I have to do 3 sets of 6 different exercises and stuff like that, right? All that friction is the reason why majority of people stay weak and never even step foot in a gym, never do any push-ups, never do anything. And another reason why most people never stay consistent with their training is because they just don't have set days and times that they will train. If I ask you, okay, when are you gonna work out today? You're literally gonna have to think about it and be like, maybe I have some free time around I don't know, also time. You don't even know when you're gonna train, right? How are you gonna expect to be consistent with your training when your brain can't even be consistent with when you even gonna train? You don't even know when you can train, right? You have to have set times, you have to have set days so you actually stay consistent, right? If we didn't have 5 salah, for example, right? We would just procrastinate all of our salawat till the end, right? And then we'll just pray 5 all right before the end, right? That's why the salah times have specific times. Inna salata kanat ala al-mu'minina kitaban mawquta, right? That the salah times are prescribed at certain times, right? You have to pray them at certain times. You have to be consistent, right? We're consistent with our prayers because there's specific times. In the same way, our workouts, we should have a specific time that we have every single day or every single other day, however many times a week you're working out. Actually sit and think, okay, when can I actually consistently do a workout? like 10 minutes, 30 minutes, you know, however short, however long you want it to be. When do I have consistent time blocks that I can do it, right? Actually make a plan right now, because if you fail to plan right now, then you're basically just planning to fail, right? You're gonna get anywhere. And if you're thinking like, okay, yeah, I know all of this stuff, but like the reason I'm just not training right now, I'm not getting stronger right now, is just because I just don't have time right now. Like it's exam time, like it's exam season. I have a lot of studying that I need to do and stuff like that. If you're thinking that, then I want you to think about this, that let's say you do finish your exams, and let's say, you know, you finish your exams, you start working out, you start being consistent, you're getting a lot of progress, right? Alhamdulillah, Allah Mubarak, right? What happens when the next exam comes? Does your training just go out the window? Is that what you want your training to be? Do you think there's just going to be a magical time where you're not going to have like life get in the way? That you're not going to have exams, you're not going to have a lot of work? The reality is we all have 24 hours. Me, you, the Prophet ﷺ had 24 hours, right? It's never a problem about time when it comes to working out. Rather, it's really just a problem of your priority. You just don't have it as enough of a priority yet. You might think like, bro, okay, I'm in my teens, I'm in my 20s. Like, why do I need to like focus so much on like my health right now? I'm pretty healthy right now. Like, why does it really matter that much? The thing is that your health isn't something that just the light switch is on, like the switch is on, so it's good to go, right? It's something that you need to be maintaining. The same way as your deen. It's not just, oh, I pray 5 times a day, I'm gonna be good. No, it's that you have to always be maintaining it and even improving it, progressively overloading it in your deen, right? Same thing with your training. Same thing with your health. It's something that you constantly have to be maintaining, right? Just because I can like sprint very fast and do a bunch of weighted pull-ups and muscle-ups and handstand push-ups and stuff doesn't mean that I'm gonna be like, I just stop right now and I'm gonna be good when I'm like 40, 50 years old. No, I have to keep on going. The best of deeds are those that are consistent. The same way we do deeds right now for the afterlife to get results later is the same way we're taking care of our health now so that later on we're healthier. Later on we don't have to pray in a chair and we're not able to do sujood at the age of like 50, 60, right? I want to be able to still do sujood when I'm 50, 60, 70, 80 even years old, right? Even beyond that. It's something to constantly maintain, you know, something that you have to take care of constantly, right? It's a priority. It should be a priority. The Prophet ﷺ said that take care of 5 before 5. The 5 most important things to take care of in your life. Of those is your health before your sickness. It's not about the time. It's just about the priority. We all have the time. I have 24, you have 24 hours. The Prophet ﷺ had 24 hours. And what happens when the Prophet ﷺ, you know, like an old lady in Medina comes to him and says, Ya Rasulullah, can you help me with this and this and this? And he's like, he said, okay. And he does all these types of errands with her and helps the old lady out. Does he say that, oh, I don't have time? Bro, he's the Prophet ﷺ. He has like the biggest mission of all time, right? He's the most busy person. He's like the leader. He has 9 wives. He has so many responsibilities. Does he tell the old lady, oh, I don't have time? Or does he make it a priority, right? It's always about the priorities. And so if you're like, okay, you know, it should be a priority. I should be consistent. I'll try to do just a little bit that I can right now. Like, what do I actually do? So if you click on the link in the description, I'll send you over a free program for you to actually follow so you can actually start taking those actionable steps to get closer to being a strong believer, to train for the prophetic build, to train to be like the Prophet ﷺ. So if you click on the link in the description, I'll send you over that program. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.